So the Oscars are kind of bad. They were okay this year with the nominations, but there's really some really weird choices that get thrown in there that nobody seems to like. So last weekend, myself, Thomas, and Sam went into our friends Jack and Anthony's channel, and we streamed our own awards. We all submitted a few films per category beforehand, and then we debated between them to choose our nominees. And then over the last week, we all filled out our ballots, and we chose our winners, which will be revealed at the end of the video. So make sure that you stick around to the end for the winners, but first, here is our nominations debate.
So yeah, so the numbers correlate to how many of us put it on our ballot. So as you can see, 3 of us felt that Oppenheimer deserved a nomination. 2 people got behind Godzilla -1 and Poor Things. And then we have a bunch of 1 films. We have Beau is Afraid, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, The Creator, The Little Mermaid, and The Missing, which is a film that I discovered thanks to somebody's ballot.
I think we all know who put that one on their ballot. I'm looking
Listen, okay.
We also all know who put the Little Mermaid
Okay,
out there.
so yeah, I'm assuming everybody were saying Oppenheimer, Godzilla, Poor Things. We're all fine with those being in. Nobody's aggressively anti those.
Yep.
Okay,
Sure.
cool. So surprise, surprise. Can I make an argument for The Missing? It is a Philippines animated film. It is gay. I got one of you with that one. Okay, cool. And it is a really, really fascinating use of rotoscope animation. It's some of the most interesting use of rotoscoping that I've seen in film. And it uses the rotoscoping both as a way to formally tell the story, but also as a way to like narratively convey a lot of the themes of like disassociation in regards to queer identity.
I'm fine. Can I talk to you about animated though? Let's talk about Spider-Verse. I reckon.
Can we just agree that the Little Mermaid is not?
Oh yeah,
sorry, Anthony.
Can we also get if we're gonna talk about animated, can we get rid of Ninja Turtles? Can we get rid of Ninja Turtles?
Yeah,
it's fine.
Okay,
and
cool.
also the creator is gonna get enough visual effects awards.
Yeah, creator's fine.
Maybe
that's fine.
What about Beau is Afraid? Because that was my nomination.
That was my nominee. I picked Beau is Afraid, and I don't even like Beau is Afraid.
All right, 4 of us felt Zone of Interest. 3 of us put Oppenheimer. 2 of us put Spider-Verse. And then we have a bunch of ones. Robot Dreams, The Killer, Renaissance, a film by Beyonce, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, and Anatomy of a Fall.
I wonder who put that one in there.
You can so tell which 2 are mine, and it's so funny.
Yeah.
Robot Dreams.
Yeah.
I honestly think I also put The Killer in my 3.
I put The Killer in there.
No, I definitely didn't. But I would be totally happy with that being in the 5. That should have been nominated. Like it has better sound design than most of the nominees.
Okay, I think that the sound work in Anatomy of a Fall is very underappreciated. I think we all love Anatomy of a Fall here. I think that so much of the storytelling of Anatomy of a Fall is done directly through the sound design, because like obviously we have the stuff with Milo's character and him being deaf, and then we have that conversation with the recording, and it uses like sound editing in really interesting ways as well, like with like the cameras and everything. I don't know. I think the sound work it's really subtle, but that film does not work without like masterful sound work, and I think it's really being underappreciated.
I think you're explaining a lot of things about the film editing rather than the sound editing.
I don't know about the song stuff at the beginning. I was genuinely annoyed at the film. I thought something was going wrong with the film when there was like a noise in the background. I thought something's up here. Like, hang on. But no, it's part of the sound design. So
it's sound editing.
Exactly. My 3 are already in. I'd be happy to throw my weight behind Anatomy as another one of the nominees, and then we'll discuss the other.
And then do we want to get behind The Killer? Is it The Killer and Anatomy?
I'd be happy with The Killer.
Original song. There we go.
So,
Everyone.
unanimous.
Yes!
Wow.
Yes! Let's go.
Yeah.
Question is, which of the Barbies? Which are which?
3 of us. So it's up there. So 3 of us want What Was I Made For? 2 of us want I'm Just Ken. And then 1 of us want Dance the Night. We also have the Adonis interlude from Creed 3. We have the song from Past Lives here, Quiet Eyes. We also have a song from Carmen called Slip Away, I believe. And then we have You've Never Had Chocolate Like This.
That is getting nominated. That is getting nominated.
Jack.
That is getting nominated. 100.
Dance the Night. I was the one who put Dance the Night.
It's better than I'm Just Ken.
I don't know why I'm the only one who thinks this. That to me was like the song of the summer. Like that was a perfect summer song. It is such a good pop song. It's lyrically very good. The rhythm is really good. It's so catchy and memorable. I would put Dance the Night, but like I don't know if we want to.
Dance the Night would have been my 4. I think it's a fabulous song and a fabulous part of the film. So yeah, I think definitely. So okay, if that's and we agree on the other two Barbie.
I would.
We're not
I
playing
would've-
Carmen, Trevor. I mean, no one's fucking seen
No,
it.
it is a Paul Mescal song. Who thinks? Okay, here I'm gonna pose a question. Who here thinks Paul Mescal is hot?
That doesn't.
That's
no,
not a
No.
That's
I didn't.
not a question.
No.
You see, there's chocolate, and then there's chocolate, but only Wonka's makes your confidence skyrocket.
All right.
Wait, did Wonka move on or no?
No.
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 Okay,
No, it
we're
didn't.
moving on.
All right, best original score.
Okay.
Woo!
Good.
All right,
Wow.
so hang on. I think Thomas, Jack, and I should just take a backseat and let Sam and Trevor
mine.
decide which of their ones are moving forward.
Wait, it's even your movie. I can't see my post.
Once within
I
a
can't
time.
either.
It's an
What?
experimental film from the director of Koyaanisqatsi.
Okay,
Fair enough.
so Carmen is Nicholas Bertel. I think that it is some of his best work. He had an amazing year with Succession, and I think his work in Carmen is fantastic. It is integral to the storytelling of the film. The entire film, it's a dance film directed by Benjamin Millepied, who was the dance instructor from Black Swan, and he choreographed and put together this entire film. It's about people on the border. It stars Melissa Barrera and Paul Mescal. And the entire narrative is choreographed to dance, and Bertel was part of like the writing process for the film and putting together the actual narrative with the with the music.
As you're describing, like Once Within a Time doesn't have any dialogue. The entire movie is guided by score. It is one continuous track that is like separated by scene. I'm sure if you were to look at like a record of it. So in terms of guiding a film by music, I don't know if any other film here does that quite as well. It's like really an auteur piece of music for a composer.
You're gonna get a
A little
copyright.
sample.
I gotta say, playing somebody off with the music of your choice is
Yeah, that's not helping your cause.
That's
Yeah.
really
That's quite the
unclassy.
move. That's a bold strategy.
That
I'll be
is
honest.
unclassy.
Sam has clearly got one of his scores in, and 2 of them are. I feel like Sam should get the final say on this one. So, bye, Carmen. I guess is.
We're having a conversation.
Go.
All right, another unanimous pick
Hey.
with Poor Things. 4 of us went for Barbie, 2 of us went for Beau is Afraid, and then a bunch of ones: Rye Lane, Asteroid City, The Zone of Interest, and The Mother of All Lies. Trevor, would you like to tell us about The Mother of All Lies? Because I
Okay,
assume
bitches.
that's yours.
Rye
Can I
Lane.
make an argument?
I put
Rye Lane
Rye Lane
definitely
in there,
has the mother
too.
of all lies.
I-
It's not having together. Rye Lane made South London look attractive. That's a
Yeah.
big
It's so
deal.
vibrant.
Colors.
and so-
I've been to South London several times. It's not a
Can we
very nice
highlight?
place.
Can we
Rye
highlight
Lane makes
movies?
it look charming and delightful.
Can we please highlight movies that are
A
not being
smaller
highlighted
movie?
anywhere else?
Rye Lane.
Rye
not
Lane.
highlighted
Can I-
Once
anywhere
Within a
else.
Time.
Can
Rye
I?
Lane is never happening in any other category. This is the category
Yeah.
to do Rye Lane in.
Please. Yes.
Can I describe what Mother of All Lies is?
Sure. It won't
Okay.
help your case, but
It's
Unanimous. Poor Things and Barbie. 2 for Saltburn, and then 1 for Asteroid City, Rye Lane, and Bottoms. So basically, we just have to kick out one of the ones.
can we give me bottoms?
I would
Yeah.
give you
Yes.
Yeah,
I would-
think
Bottoms is in my
it's
5.
the best shot in that list.
That's a
Bottoms over Rye Lane or over Asteroid City?
Yes.
I would argue for just something else entirely, but
I'd go Bottoms and Asteroid City probably.
Yeah.
What would you argue
Yeah.
for? Out of
Priscilla.
It's not on the list.
no,
So
I was
Priscilla.
gonna say Priscilla.
Actually, Priscilla.
Passages in my 5.
Who put Asteroid City? How passionate are you about that?
Yeah.
Unanimous behind Anatomy of a Fall. 3 for Oppenheimer.
Yes, Monster.
2 for
Oh,
Monster and The
yes.
Zone of Interest, and then 1 for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, May, December, and do not expect too much from The End of the World.
I would advocate for that. I didn't put that,
Thank
but I
you,
would
Sam.
advocate for that because
Thank you, Sam.
May December, it's not poorly edited, but nothing about the editing in that movie is particularly
Yeah.
like I don't remember anything about the editing in that movie
Yeah.
at all.
Do we want to debate any of the 2s, Monster or Zone of Interest, or do we want to send them forward?
No, those
They're
are both in.
in.
I'd keep that
Okay,
one.
so then basically we have to pick 1 from the ones.
I don't care about any
Okay.
of the ones. So
I mean, I put
Can I-
May December, but I'm not attached to it. I
Can I
did
have
like
you-
the editing of May December. I like the TV film sort of feel where it just sort of cuts
Mhm.
between, but you know, I'm not attached.
I'd give May December anything. So
Yeah.
But
I
can
think
have
we
you about
might
too
be
much
ending
into
up
the room?
doing that.
I think
Same.
we'll end up there.
With what?
The
Do not
goose
expect
head.
than you would.
The
Yeah,
goose
I like
head.
that one. I think that movie has
Okay.
really interesting editing.
Yes.
All
So can
right.
I have this?
I like this is about giving Trevor what he wants. Best cinematography. For the first and only time this show, Saltburn has the lead in nominations.
Who the fuck
This
put
is
Saltburn?
embarrassing. We have
Sorry.
embarrassed ourselves
Who
as a
put
group.
Saltburn?
Clearly,
Oh.
Thomas and I were the two people that didn't put Saltburn because what the fuck are you?
No.
It's pretty.
All due
doing?
respect.
I'm sorry, it's
all
Like
due
I put
respect.
Maestro, I thought that would be controversial, unpopular.
Yeah,
Saltburn.
I don't think that should be.
Whoa! So we have Saltburn for 3, Zone of Interest, Maestro, Poor Things, and Oppenheimer for 2, and then Monster,
Oh my
All of
God.
Us Strangers, Past Lives, and All Dirt Roads, Taste of Salt in 1.
Well,
In theory, you would take your 3 votes and your 2 votes and send them to the promised land. Does anybody want to debate taking something
Fuck
off of
Maestro.
the 2?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna leak something about Thomas. Okay. Thomas said
Oh, no.
that he, for the bit, thought it'd be funny to put Maestro over Zone of Interest, but then afterwards said, "Why have I done that?" And I actually shouldn't have done that. And
But
I will.
Zone's still
And you
got in.
said, in your own words, I would amend that. So
I'm giving
in
you secret
reality, you
information.
didn't mean to
No,
vote
okay.
for Maestro.
How about this? We take our Maestro and we put in All of Us Strangers. I am happy with that.
I would say
I'm happy with that too.
I don't
I'd be-
agree with that
I'd
at
be happy
all.
with that
I
or
would
Monster.
put Monster in.
Right,
instead.
the
I'd say-
Maestro
Well, yes, I
staying
would
in.
also do Monster. But
Oh,
Yeah,
Monster.
Monster has much better
Okay,
cinematography
fine.
than All of Us
Monster or
Strangers.
All
All
right.
of Us Strangers.
Milo Machado Grainer, 4 nominations, or 4 people put them on his list. Then 3 people put Dominic Sessa for The Holdovers. We had 1 for Soya Kurakawa for Monster, 1 for Charles Melton in May December, who also might be coming later. You're going to have to help me with this. The Talk to Me actress.
Sophie Wilde.
Oh, wait, that's not the one I was talking about. All right, Sophie Wilde. I can say that. Sophie Wilde.
That was me.
I was looking at somebody else. All
I was
right,
gonna
then we
say, I
have-
think that's pretty easy.
that's fine. Vivian Opara.
Yep.
Yep.
Opera.
Opara. Okay.
Words.
For Rye Lane, then we have scanning the list.
This might be the
Arisa
one.
Nagano for Perfect Days. We have Cara Jade Myers for Killers of the Flower Moon. This is the one. Does
I think
whoever
Thomas
put the
can help
totem
you.
actress, you want to do it?
Naima Sentius? I'm not entirely sure how you say her name, but Naima
then-
Sentius.
Very nice. And then whoever put do not
That'd
expect
be
too much from the end.
Alincia Manalache from Do Not Expect Too Much
Okay.
from the End of the
Thank you
World.
very much. Okay.
Again.
I think we should save Melton. I don't think
I
we need
agree.
to-
I
I didn't
agree.
vote for
We
it.
will save
also-
Melton
it's
for
not
marriage
like-
like a good Christian family.
I would
Um,
actually advocate for Sophie Wilde. I think that
Thank
was
you.
a really
Yes.
good performance.
Yes.
and-
Okay. I was
Yes.
going to
I'm against
advocate.
That's in my
Did you
best
put
actress
Monster
top
then?
5.
Did you put Monster? I was going to advocate for them because basically
put Monster.
I didn't know
Which
which
actor?
of the breakout performances to do, so I
The
left
main,
them all
the
off.
main kid.
but
I put the main
I
Okay,
would-
kid.
yes.
I would be
Yeah.
so down to putting it in. The only
All
reason
right,
I
I
did was
would
because
as
I didn't
well.
know which one to pick.
Can I advocate for Kara? Jade Myers
No.
and Killers of the Flower Moon.
I mean,
What?
you can.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. I
You can.
No, I don't know. I thought that her work was like really, really powerful. I think that particularly the scene in the dining room where she comes in, I don't know. I think that she holds a lot of the emotional core through the first half of that film. So, and I don't know. I think that she's just been very, very underappreciated this season by a lot of people, and her work is really, really good.
I don't know. I still feel like the category is best breakout performance, and I still feel like her screen time was
I don't know if she
very
broke out. per
limited,
se.
and it wasn't enough for me to like. It's not her fault. It's just that the role, like, she's only in the film for 8 minutes.
Did you
and
just look up her screen time?
I did look up her screen time because she's only in
Brought the
3
facts.
scenes, and it's like a bit like not enough. I don't know.
I would
Um,
like to advocate for Naima Sentius. The whole film is told from her perspective. She really does carry the film from beginning to end. Like the final shot is just on her face. It's a long take. She is so integral to the film, and she is the reason the film works. So I'd really advocate for her. I
Here's the
think
thing, Thomas. I agree with you, but I will not be pushing it because fuck you. So Um,
This is the end of Oscar's channel.
I
love
feel like my voice computer's homophobic.
4 of us picked the, easy but still deserving nominees of John Wick Chapter 4 and Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. 3 of us got behind the Iron Claw, and then there were a bunch of 1 votes. Polite Society, inexplicably, unless we're including both The Fall and Messi's dog poisoning scene, Anatomy of a Fall.
I love
Bottoms.
Anatomy as much as the next man.
I didn't actually do
Ferrari.
Anatomy. I was not the weird one this time. I was not.
That was mine. I didn't really know what to put. So I just did that because fall.
It's funny.
I feel like
Yeah.
can we make this conversation easy? I feel like Polite Society and Bottoms are the 2 to go with. Out of the
Yeah,
Okay.
I
I mean,
Uh,
can I be honest?
Who
I
put
put Polite
Ferrari?
Society
Okay.
because I forgot about the Iron Claw. So the only
So
reason
Iron-
this
okay.
even
I
got
would
onto
say
the list
Bottoms
is I forgot
Ferrari.
about one.
Can we do bottoms, please? That one is really good.
So yeah,
Thank
very
you.
Bottoms
Okay,
is
acceptable.
I had
Yeah.
Bottoms on here. I think that final sequence is like amazing. Yeah, let's get Bottoms in here. I would
Yeah.
advocate for Ferrari just because of the.
I'm not.
the-
I
entirely-
refuse to give that a single nomination.
Majority
Yes, all
agree.
3 of mine
Anatomy
are
of a
in.
Fall.
Let's go.
2 of us that felt that Theater Camp, May, December, and All the Strangers deserve noms, and then our 1 votes are Bottoms, Oppenheimer, Monster, The Iron Claw, Showing Up, and Saltburn.
Okay.
So
I mean,
None of
think
us did Barbie or Killers of the Flower
Sorry.
Moon.
Yeah. No.
yeah.
Wow.
I gotta say, well, first off, the 3 and the 2s. Any debate, or we want to send them on?
Love them. Great.
All
Okay.
mine
Yeah,
are
that's
in
fine.
then.
May
Cool.
December.
I will.
We're all good.
I will
Thomas, you're
say-
too agreeable for your own good. I don't. This
Yeah,
is getting
I
out of
know.
hand.
All mine
I
are just
honestly
getting
would
in.
also put Bottoms. I would put
Um,
Bottoms in Ensemble. That's totally like a cast kind of community driven
Oh, yeah.
film where everyone is acting with each other to make it like more funny.
Yeah.
It's a great ensemble.
And I'll say that it wasn't my nominee, but I can totally get behind Showing Up because I do think that is a really balanced ensemble. And it's this type of subtle acting that never wins ensemble categories.
I
But
agree.
when I saw it on the list, I was like, that's a good one.
Those are 2
Um,
Trevor picks right there.
Are we sure we're doing Showing Up?
I like Monster.
I'm happy
but
about
I feel like Monster is really mostly those 2 kids and then Sakura
Yeah.
Ando. And I feel like even then those 2 stories are not really like acting with each other as much.
No, they're separate.
So I don't think of that movie as
No.
really an ensemble film. It's like all the performances individually are very strong, but I don't like in terms of ensemble. I don't think of it that way.
Are there any we can get rid of?
I think
Saltburn.
Saltburn. I don't know. Who did
Yeah,
I
Saltburn.
like
I saw-
Saltburn's ensemble. I'm sorry, but
I
it can
saw
go.
Yeah.
Acting is great in that movie.
I
I don't
don't
know,
throw
I
my
mean,
weight behind Iron Claw.
Bottoms.
Whoever put that, I didn't put that, but who put Iron Claw?
I put it. I just felt that like I didn't feel like any of the individual performances like were worthy of like individual recognition, but I thought they all worked well together. And frankly, the way that they all played the abuse that they were receiving from the father character, and like it wasn't as obvious as I feel like you've seen those type of stories be depicted. I thought the best thing was the acting, and that's why I got behind it. But I'm also not. I'm not going to fight you to the ends of the earth like
I mean,
Trevor will.
I'm just saying. I just think again, Showing Up like it is that type of very, very subtle acting where every single character and every single performance is so in lockstep with each other, and they're so interconnected
I
with how
agree.
they're playing off of each other. Like Reichardt, I just think is a brilliant director with actors, in the way that she is able to balance her ensemble to like equally represent basically like all sides of the thematic thesis that she's addressing. I just think is really special. So
But remember, we're only picking one out of the
right.
one group. So if everybody's
Should we
behind,
go around and say who everyone would go for now that we've eliminated some?
I'd vote.
I'd say
Bottoms.
Bottoms. Yeah.
I'd
Yeah,
vote for
that's-
Bottoms as well.
That's
All right,
pretty
there you go.
Well, fuck me, I guess. I'm fine with that too, though.
All right. We are picking 10 out of this list of 15.
Oh, it's not
And
gender.
it's not
It's not
gendered.
gendered. Yes,
my
I
God, I
forgot
was
about
so
that. I thought Ben Safdie was in here for a second.
So
And
your
3 of you voted
nominees,
for him.
your nominees, 3 of us got behind Rachel McAdams in Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, Sandra Hewler in Zone of Interest, and Charles Melton in May, December.
They're all gonna go.
Two of
Yep.
us got behind Milo Machado Grainer in Anatomy of a Fall, Julianne Moore in May December, Claire Foy in All of Us Strangers, and Jamie Bell in All of Us Strangers. And then the one votes are Robert Downey Jr. in Oppenheimer, Sakura Ando in Monster, Paul Mescal in All of Us Strangers, John Magaro in Past Lives, Robert De Niro in Killers of the Flower Moon, Emily Blunt in Oppenheimer, Mark Ruffalo in Poor Things, and Ryan Gosling in Barbie.
Okay, so can we eliminate Emily Blunt?
Emily Blunt.
Yeah,
Can we get rid of Emily Blunt?
Oppenheimers.
Can we
Sorry,
do
Anthony.
Milo
Yeah, both
Mercado-
Oppenheimer actors gone. Both Oppenheimer gone.
That's fine.
Can we
I love
please
Oppenheimer.
do Milo Mercado Granner for Anatomy of a Fall? I
Yes.
think that's like
Yes, there's
great-
10 spots.
Well,
here,
yeah,
right?
that's locked, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Are the
Yeah,
threes and the
it's
twos
locked.
locked? Anybody have
Yeah.
an
locked.
issue?
yep.
Okay. One,
So
two,
there's
all,
I
3
think-
spots
6, 7.
left for the
3.
1 spots.
All right. And I sorry, unless somebody
Yeah.
really wants to come behind it, I don't really see the performance worthy out of De Niro. I just don't.
No, I don't either.
I mean,
No, Thomas is the one
Okay.
for that one.
you know, I thought
And
he was
also,
an amazing part of the film, but he would be my third choice.
I
I
think
don't think I
I
put
think we
John
should do
Milton on
John
because I assumed he
Mazzaro.
was getting in anyway.
I also don't. Again, I didn't love All of Us Strangers as much as the rest of you. I'm fine with Claire Foy and Jamie Bell. I don't really
Mescal,
see
no.
it for Paul Mescal.
I agree. I
No.
totally
Okay,
agree.
Thomas and
We
I
had
think
a
that Paul
long
Mescal might
discussion
be
about this
the
film.
best performer.
Jamie
Yeah.
Bell
I
is
think
better.
he is the one. I think genuinely his role in the narrative is so demanding of his subtle performance, and he really eats up every moment he's on screen. Where if you rewatch it, he becomes the most interesting part of the film.
he
And like, yeah, you
strips
could say
back
that's due
layers.
to the screenplay and stuff like that. But really, in my mind, it just comes down to you can't take your eyes off Paul Mescal in that film. And there is something about him, something about the way he moves, the way he speaks,
Right.
it just makes him so captivating to watch. And I really don't think the film works without all of the performances in conjunction with each other. Therefore, I would personally like to see all 3 of them get in, but that's up to
Thomas,
you.
I genuinely I think because if we're talking about that in relation to memory and like just watching him strip back and pull back layers and make his performance narrower as like the memory fades, right? I think it's like genuinely brilliant work from Mescal. So Thomas and I are very strong behind the Paul Mescal.
The
think
only time the two of
Mescal-
you have been agreed.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, the 3 should be Sakura Ando, Ryan
Yes.
Gosling, and
Well, let's do this.
John Mazzaro.
Because they're giving similar performances, I feel, and they're kind of the same character in their respective movies. Are we Ruffalo or Gosling?
Neither.
I'm Ruffalo.
But
Neither.
neither, realistically.
Or
All right,
not.
so
That's
it
fair.
seems
I don't-
all right. So it seems Ruffalo is out because nobody likes him over Gosling. Now the question is Gosling or somebody else.
Not Gosling.
Well, John Mazzaro.
Gosling.
Let's do it. I like his.
Let's do
performance.
genre. Like I would.
I like Sam's list.
All right,
I
so
would go
do we
John
want-
Mazzaro.
Sakura and-
I
I know
would
because he said
Mazzaro,
Gosling
Paul
over
Mescal.
Mescal. So
I
sub in Mescal
Yeah.
and do Monster and Magaro.
Are there
Yes.
3 people who get behind Mescal? I know the 2 Oscar buzz boys.
Come on.
I like I'd say Mescal, Mazzaro,
Jack,
and
do you love
Ando.
Paul Mescal? Please.
Like
How
I
is
think
that?
Thomas and I have the same 3 here of Mazzaro, Ando, and Mescal
Yeah.
would be the
yeah.
3 that both Thomas and I are pushing. That's insane.
I think
we agree.
Sakura
Holy shit.
should be
I
in
know.
there.
I absolutely think so. I think
Yeah.
she was
Okay,
sure.
so we agree on Sakura
He's-
and
Okay.
Mazzaro.
Yes,
no,
I
I
would get
no,
behind
no, no, no.
Mazzaro.
Majaro would be
No?
my third. I'd rather throw my
Okay.
weight behind Gosling than Majaro.
I'd do.
Well, I
Gosling
definitely have
before
Mazzaro in. So okay, so what's everybody's 3 here? Because I would have Mazzaro, Mescal, and Ando.
I
writing
think
this down.
Ando is in. I think
Ando-
Ando.
Ando's in. Ando's in.
All
Ando's
right,
in.
so now we're
That's
picking
fine.
2 between. All right, so now Magaro, Mescal, and Gosling, right?
Gosling.
Or are we
Yes,
still fighting for
it is
Ruffalo?
those 3. I think it's those 3.
We're
Okay.
kicking out Mescal by.
No,
I would have Mazzaro,
no.
Mescal.
Okay, so pick your 2 out of those. Pick 2 out. Send
I
one
don't
away.
like any of them.
Jack's really
Sorry.
been fucked over. Jack's been fucked.
All of mine are in right now, so I'm happy.
Oh,
but
there
I
we
don't
go,
have a
yeah.
passion pick for.
Actually, Trevor, you know what? I'm backing you here. Let's kick out Gosling because that's the only way.
Let's fucking
Mescal's gonna
go!
get in. That's the
All
only
right,
way Mescal's getting in.
If
Wait,
one
what do
more
we do?
person kicks out Gosling, then he's out.
One
and we
more?
have our. Well,
We
if
did
Jack, I
Iron
know how
Man.
much you
That
hate
was
this.
the best part of the movie. That was.
I do
Ken.
Gosling
That's his
before a lot of
nomination.
other people here.
Yeah, so would I.
No.
And so would I. So I think Gosling is in. Unanimous
Yes.
behind Anatomy of a Fall, Sandra Hüller. 4 of us behind
Oh.
Cillian Murphy and
Yeah.
Oppenheimer. 3 people for Emma Stone in Poor Things, Andrew Scott and All of Us Strangers, and Natalie Portman. in
Thank
May
you,
December.
other Natalie Portman.
2
Yes.
people for Koji Yakusho for Perfect Days.
Let's
And then
go.
a bunch of ones. Jeffrey Wright for
Is this 10 already?
American Fiction. No, I think it's 11. American
Oh.
Fiction. Leonie Brennish for The Teacher's Lounge. We have Paul Giamatti for The Holdovers, Lily Gladstone for Kill is the Flower Moon, and Greta Lee for Past
Can we
Lives.
not do Paul Giamatti?
Let's kick out Lily
No.
Gladstone, Trevor.
Fuck off. We're doing Paul Giamatti. We're
No,
definitely
we're
doing
not
Paul
doing Paul
Giamatti.
Giamatti. He's gonna just win the
Okay,
Oscar.
well, let's just
Jeffrey
vote
Wright's got to
for
be the
who
one
we're
to
gonna
go. Jeffrey Wright.
I vote Jeffrey Wright out. I vote Jeffrey Wright out. Jeffrey Wright out.
Yeah, out of
Let me
these, I
think.
mean, he's great, but out of these, that
Exactly.
I'm
5.
fine with that. I'm fine with that, but we're not kicking Greta Lee out.
No, God.
No, Greta
You're
Lee's
only
in.
kicking
And
one out. One,
Who
two,
said
Yeah.
Lily
And
Gladstone
who
out?
said?
I said that as a joke to mess with you.
Okay,
Who
Because
put
I know
Ganesh,
you.
by the way? Who put Ganesh? Because that's a great choice.
I did.
You good
Yes.
choice. She would have been so
Whoa.
close. She would
Have I
have been so
redeemed
close.
myself? After
Yeah.
Emily Blunt, I've redeemed
Like
myself.
the only other
Yeah.
thing that I
She's
would throw out. Does
fantastic.
anybody?
She's so
Okay,
good.
can
She's
I?
so
Can
good.
I know this category was so easy, but I'm gonna make it hard.
Oh God.
Maybe. Is anybody willing to put Teo Yu in over Giamatti?
No,
Yes,
Trevor,
I
no,
absolutely
no,
agree.
no.
No.
Anthony?
No.
Okay,
Yes.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
Nice. throw it out
try,
there.
Trevor. That was a little
I
cute
just-
there.
I just wanted to throw it out there. But yeah,
Okay,
Maybe we
Ken-
should
No,
throw
I'm
out
fine.
Tiana Taylor
no.
I would.
That's
I
fine.
also would over Paul Giamatti.
over Paul Giamatti. Yeah.
Are there? Well, hang on. Okay. So it seems as if Lily Gladstone, Leonie Brennish or Benish, and
mhm.
Greta Lee are in from the ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So then it's just unless you want. This is the last chance for new names.
Holy
Zac
shit,
Efron?
Zac Efron. Who wants to do Zac
Yeah.
Efron over Paul
I'd do
Giamatti?
Zac
No,
Efron.
Yes.
Over
no.
Giamatti, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Well, that's 3, right?
Okay, but so
Thank you,
if
Amy.
that.
This
So
is
now
a coordinated attack.
again, we are picking
Yeah.
10 in this category.
We're doing
Okay.
10.
Oh, so one gone again?
Can we
One
please
gone.
just do the holdovers, please. Can we just
No,
kick
are
them
you
all?
there
Holdovers
going to be
in.
Margaret?
Can we kick off
Does
Margaret
not
out.
need a
Margaret
screenplay.
out.
No, actually,
Margaret
Margaret.
out.
Whoa!
Margaret
Let me
out.
read off the nominees for people who are just listening.
Oh, wait, yeah, we should read them.
For people who are just listening to this monstrosity. 5, Anatomy of a Fall. 4, Monster and May December. 3, All of Us Strangers in Past Lives. And then our 1 votes are Poor Things, The Holdovers, Barbie, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, Oppenheimer, and The Zone of Interest.
Margaret out.
So,
Yeah,
Margaret
that's
out.
fair. Yeah.
Barbie.
there are 11. I
Justine
believe.
Triet with the most votes.
Wow.
Justine
Yeah.
Triet, unanimous
More than
5.
Nolan by 3 is
Jonathan Glazer, Zone of Interest. And I assume the only reason why that's not 5 is because Jack still needs to see it.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, sorry.
3, Yorgos Lanthimos, for Poor Things. 2, we have the director of Monster. Anybody-
Correa.
Thank you very much. We also have Celine Song for Past Lives, Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer, Andrew Haig. Do we say
Haig.
the G?
Hey, I think.
Haig
Hey.
Yeah.
for All
Haig.
of Us Strangers, and Todd Haynes for May December. And then our 1 votes, Ava DuVernay for Origin, Godfrey Reggio for Once Within a Time, and why can't I find his name? Wim Wenders for Perfect Days.
Can we? Is it 5 nominees or 10?
This is 10.
Oh,
So we
okay.
vote. Do we have to get rid of one of the ones?
I'm fine getting rid of my weird experimental bull.
4 of us got behind Anatomy of a Fall. 3 of us got behind Zone of Interest and All of Us Strangers. 2 of us got behind Past Lives, Poor Things, Monster, and Oppenheimer. And then our 1 votes are Robot Dreams, Barbie, May December, The Teacher's Lounge, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Perfect Days, and The Holdovers. So I believe we have to kick out 4 of this list unless we want to bring in something that is not on the list.
Okay, I would love to advocate for Robot Dreams. I know not a lot of you have seen it, but it's a really, really beautiful animated movie, and it doesn't have dialogue. It's just such simple storytelling and the most emotionally affecting film I saw all year. and it doesn't have as much of a platform as movies like Barbie and The Holdovers and Spider-Verse. So I would really advocate for that being here.
May December was my
Yeah.
number 6.
I think
I
May
think
December.
it's weird
That's
that May
getting
December
it.
only got one. We can go ahead and
That
throw
would
May
be me.
December in.
It's
Yeah.
because
Okay.
there are only 5 slots. I think if we all
Exactly.
voted for 10
It
films,
would have been
then
a
Yeah.
10.
it would've been
Okay,
that.
so May December is our 8th choice. I'm assuming we're not going to have any
Yes.
disagreements with the 4, 3, and 2s, correct?
Yeah, those are all fine.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
For Perfect Days.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's like just a really, really moving and intimate portrayal of just day-to-day life. I think it plays with form in some really interesting ways as it likes to sit in the moments in between actions and sit in the moments in between what is typically supposed to make up the narrative of our life.
I agree. I think it also should be amongst the nominees, and I would advocate for it as well.
Okay. Anybody have disagreements with that?
I'm happy with it
I have
in.
not
I
seen
would
it.
say I would rather the Teachers Lounge gets in over it, and if it comes down to one of them, I'd rather the
Yeah.
Teachers Lounge be
I
the one.
would be fine with both of them.
But if we get both of them in, more than
I'd be fine with both of them getting
Yeah.
in, to be
Yeah,
honest.
same.
Yeah.
All right. So is that if we do that, that's
Yeah.
our list.
Wait,
Yes.
is it?
That's
Hang on.
our.
It would be
so
May
we're-
December. It would be May December Perfect Days and Teachers Lounge in addition to the
So the
multiples.
7
Oh.
from the.
That's
Any-
fine by me. Yeah.
Okay, so now it is time to do the winners. It has been a couple of days since we did the stream, and just Thomas and I here, but everybody has sent in their ballots. I have the results. So we are going to be doing the math for the winners while we're recording here, and then you just won't see us doing the math. And then you'll see us again basically in 5 seconds when we have the winner. Time travel, yay! Okay. All right, best VFX. How we're going to do this is I am just dictating to Thomas the results, and he's doing the math. So Thomas knows what it is. Thomas, what won VFX?
With a fairly comfortable margin, Oppenheimer is our
All
winner.
right.
With VFX,
All right.
not nominated for the Oscar, not even on the shortlist, but here we go. We're making the Oscars better. Oppenheimer is the VFX winner.
Yep. Nope. I am very here for that. It was probably my I think deserved winner here.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't use CGI, but it's still brilliant practical visual effects. So good win. Okay, best sound. The nominees are on screen now, and we didn't even have to do math with this one because literally all 5 of us put the Zone of Interest at number 1.
As we
How could
should.
you not? Probably the
sound
best
on
sound
here,
work
100%.
ever in history. It's up there.
I mean, it's got to be up there. It's got to be up there.
It's up there.
Its use of sound, so deserving of winner. I hope it wins the Oscar. Obviously, this is different conversations as our awards, and we've given it. So yeah.
Yep,
Zone of Interest
absolutely.
sound.
All right, best original song. I was actually very curious about this category because 4 different songs had number 1 votes. So it's quite interesting.
This
Nominees
was
are
very close. This was very close. But the winner did end up being, it's a Barbie song. It's one of the 3. It's What Was I Made For? Potentially,
Okay,
the
What
Oscar
Was
as
I
well. This
Made
could be
For?
one of the few that cross over with the Oscar winners. But yeah, What Was I Made For? Billie Eilish. I mean, a fairly deserving winner. I feel.
Yeah.
It was always going to be one of the Barbie songs. How can it not be one of the Barbie songs?
Only one number 1
Yeah.
vote, but all of us had it in the top 3. All right, best original score. We were fairly split as far as the number 1 votes, but what was our winner?
There was a fairly comfortable winner here, and to probably no one's surprise, Oppenheimer did end up taking it. So
Yeah.
Oppenheimer wins best score. This is actually another one that probably will end up crossing over with the Oscars, if we're being honest. But very, I like no other
I know
score.
Sam and I had zone number 1, but not enough. I mean, Oppenheimer.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like
deserving win.
it's the score of the year. It's the score of the year, I think.
All right, now into production design, nominees are on screen right now. I'm really curious with this one because I can't even tell based off the number 1 votes for this.
No.
I feel like it's kind of close.
In many ways, reflecting the Oscars race, this is a 2-horse race between Barbie and Poor Things. But our winner is Poor Things. We've got Poor Things winning here. Very interesting. Poor Things is our production.
Yeah, makes sense. Though. I mean, incredibly deserving. Like astonishing some of those sets, especially like the Portugal one. I think.
Yeah,
and the Paris one. Like
and even like the cruise ship as well is a great set. It's a constrained set, but it's a great set within itself. So 100%.
Absolutely.
Very deserving.
All right, now into production design. This one also looked pretty close between Poor Things and Barbie based off of the number 1 votes. It was split down the middle. What's our winner?
Well, 100%. This was another fairly close one, and again, reflective of the Oscar race. But our winner this time is Barbie. It's Barbie winning costume design. I mean,
This
come
could be what
on,
happens
like,
at the Oscars. Barbie
this
wins
is
costume
exactly.
design,
This
directing.
very much could happen, and I think that's right in many ways. I think
Yeah.
Barbie is the more probably costume-heavy film production design is something that Poor Things really does excel in. So yeah, but interesting that it's varied. Like, could have been just the same. You could have done Barbie for both, Poor Things for both, but no.
Yeah. I'm glad that we split it as well.
Yeah,
with those
yeah,
topics.
for
I'm
sure.
glad we split it. All right, now editing. This is another one we didn't even have to do the math. Anatomy of a Fall. It got 4 number 1 votes, and on the other ballot, it was number 2. Statistically impossible for it to lose. Yeah, I mean, it's just the editing of the year. I think pretty
I
clearly
mean,
what it
come on.
does
Yeah.
is just astonishing. Really happy it won. Obviously, we were both people that had it at number 1. Yeah. What more is there to say? Fantastic.
Exactly. It should win the Oscar. That's what needs
should
to be
win the
said.
Oscar.
It should be
Should win the Oscar.
getting done, but it's not getting, and it's so sad.
All right, now into cinematography. It looked close to me between Zone of Interest and Oppenheimer as far as number 1 votes. It was split. What ended up taking it?
Well, actually, Oppenheimer, Saltburn, and Poor Things were all right around the same, but it was Zone of Interest that ended up being the clear winner here. Yeah, she's very consistently. I mean, yeah, like there's a lot to say about the Zone of Interest photography and
Some of the most impactful. Again, I hate to say
Yeah,
maybe ever,
so
but also maybe
symbolic
ever.
in all that it's doing. In so
Yeah.
many of the shots are just real. Yeah, they really just embody a lot of what the film is about. So glad to see it win.
Excellent. Good win. Okay, now we have breakthrough performance. From the looks of it, it didn't look close.
No, Milo Machado Grainer, obviously should really be in a supporting lineup as well. If we're being completely honest with ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, we put him in. We put him in.
Yes, exactly. So we put him in. Obviously, should be in the Oscar lineup as well.
Yeah.
Just an outstanding child performance, one of the best I've seen.
Okay, we now have best stunt ensemble. Really curious with this one. I can't get a read based off of the ballot submissions. What do we get?
I mean, this one was helped by the fact we've all seen it. This was my personal winner. So very happy to see the Iron Claw take this one. I'm glad we recognise it for some award when the Oscars obviously didn't do it at all. But yeah, the Iron Claw, just, I mean, the wrestling scenes are impeccable, exquisite.
The fact that it was all done live.
Exactly, I know. Very deserving stunt ensemble winner.
Good choice. Very happy that we've done that. All right, best ensemble. This one's really interesting. As far as number 1 votes, we were split between May, December, and All of Us Strangers, but I really can't get a read on this category. What was our winner?
I was not expecting this, but happy to see it. May, December. December was our winner here. So yeah, obviously, I mean, it's just the 3 of them, but the way they work in conjunction with each other is so perfect. Like I can't see anyone else in the role.
How close was it? You said it was close.
Yes. So then that was 2 points down was Theatre Camp and Anatomy of a Fall, and All of Us Strangers was 1 point down from that. So those top 4 were all sort of competing.
I know the closest one we can say so far was production design, wasn't it?
Production design was the closest one. That
1
was,
point between
1 point
Barbie and Poor Things. Yeah,
Poor Things,
but
so.
no, this one is really close. I mean, all just fantastic ensembles that we have in here.
I know.
But, all right, supporting performance. So this is one with 10. So votes are gonna get really interesting. I feel like this one is close. What did we end up with?
It is, and you might be surprised at the number 3. The number 3, I'll do the top 3 because why not?
Okay.
The number 3 was Milo, which he climbed up there. He managed
Milo's
to climb
number
up
3,
there.
nice.
Number 2 was Julianne Moore, but then number 1 from the very same film. It was sort of
wow, Charles Melton.
Charles Melton, sadly unrecognized by the official Academy Awards and by any major awards except for the early ones. But Charles Melton.
I mean, I preferred other performances in the category, but like I can't be mad at that. Like
no, exactly.
I'm happy that we've done this.
Yeah, like part of this is just about recognizing stuff that wasn't recognized, and Melton, I think, is one of the more egregious examples of why did people not go for this? So yeah, very happy to see
very happy with that. All right, lead performance. I think I have an idea of what's in here, but go ahead and give me the top 3.
Yeah, so in third place was a tie between Andrew Scott and Natalie Portman. So the May December actor and actors doing very well in our personal awards. Number 2 by
that winner picture.
Yeah, it could. I don't know. We'll see. Number 2 by a fairly considerable margin up of that is Cillian Murphy in Oppenheimer, obviously, and then number 1 by even a more considerable margin. And top of that, Sandra Hüller is our winner from Anatomy of a Fall. Nice. What a tour performance from her.
Yeah.
What a deserving win. I mean, just for the year as well. Like, and
Between
it's
that and
also-
Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100.
So happy with that. That means our acting winners are Sandra, Melton, and Milo.
Yeah. Which
Happy with that.
I'm not mad at that. That's quite nice. That's quite a nice list.
Happy with that. Okay, now for best screenplay. I have a pretty good idea of what's winning again with this one, but you can go ahead and get the top 3.
So number 3 was May December. It's doing very well here. Number 2 was first place on 2 ballots was Past Lives.
Nice.
And then number 1, just consistently across the board, was number 1 or 2 on each of the ballots. Anatomy of a Fool. Going to be picking up a lot of stuff in Anatomy of a Fool here, so it'll be very interesting to see if it can take picture. I'm not sure.
I will say I think overall these 3 films are like, or I would say I think Anatomy, May December, and Zone of Interest are going to be the 3 strongest.
Zone. And then especially above the line, Oppenheimer 1, 2 Tech.
Yeah.
So that's
be interesting. Director and picture. I'm so curious to see about director.
Yeah, no.
All right, best directors is another one where I'm actually really curious about. I've really not an idea of what's winning here, so give me a top 3.
So in third place, we've got the best director winner himself, Christopher Nolan.
All right.
Coming third here with Oppenheimer. Number 2, doing very well, but it didn't take this one, is Justine Triet for Anatomy of a Fall. And in number 1, Jonathan Glazer.
Yes.
So, but yeah, for Zone of Interest, and you know, like in terms of directing and bringing together an overall complete vision, a real auteur vision, like Glazer's got that.
How could you not? How could you not? Cool. Yeah. All right, big one. Best picture. I really don't know. I genuinely don't know. Number 1 votes were pretty split. 4 different films got number 1 votes. So yeah, go ahead and give us top 10. Top 10.
So we're counting down our collective top 10 films of the year. In 10th place was Perfect Days with 13 points.
Okay.
In at number 9 was The Teacher's Lounge at 17. So a little bit of a jump up there. Number 8 was Poor Things with 19. Number 7 was Past Lives with 23. So again, a bit of a leap, but this was a real, fight this bit. Number 4, we've got 3 films sharing the spot at 25 points. We've got Monster, we've got May December, and we've got All of Us Strangers. So they are 4, 5, and 6 essentially, but joint 4th. And then into the top 3. In at number 3, we've got potentially the best picture winner, Oppenheimer, on 26. Okay. So only a point above them, but still making into the top 3. And then a fair leap up here. In at number 2 is Anatomy of a Fool on 35. And in number 1, The Zone of Interest, 38 points. So
yes,
there you go. There you go. The Zone of Interest is our collective film.
Best picture winner.
Yeah, best picture winner. Yeah, and it was close. It was 3 points in it between Zone and Anatomy of a Fool. So
yeah, really tight.
Those were the clear top 2. Those are 2 films this year that we really just went all out for. May December picked up a few. Oppenheimer did actually better than I was expecting, to be honest.
Yeah.
Collectively, like it won score and VFX, and his third in best picture was like second in director. So yeah, people really took 2, and Killian was also second. So yeah, Oppenheimer was.
What was our win leader?
Our win leader would have been, I believe, Anatomy of a Fool. Yes.
Okay. Nice.
With screenplay, lead actress, breakout performance, and editing. So nice haul for Anatomy of a Fool.
4 for it, and then Zone would have picked up 2.
Zone picked up 2. Barbie picked up 2, costume design and song. Oppenheimer picked up 2, score VFX. Actually, no, Zone picked up 4. Sorry, it won cinematography and sound as well.
Oh, I forgot it won cinematography and sound. Yeah,
one text. Yeah, so Zone and Anatomy shared joint lead, and then
that's fair. I think. I think that's
fair. And then Poor Things and May December both picked up. Fun win apiece. So
all right, cool. I'll probably put all of the winners somewhere on Twitter in a couple of days once people have seen this. But yeah, this was fun. This was a lot of fun. We'll definitely be doing this again next year with all 5 of us, assuming none of us dies tragically in a plane accident on of next year. But we it'll be fun. It'll be fun. But yeah, we will see you guys soon for more things. But I'm looking forward to doing this again next year. So until then, thank you for watching. Stay safe and goodbye.
We made the Oscars better.
We did make the Oscar better. Fuck you.